ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready? Bronco 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Warriors, 70. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Logan.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Two. Viking 18. Hey, check that. 18, Rodler, 18, Cup 19. Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Logan. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Set, here we go, set. Hawk 70.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on a deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
70 Lions. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. McDowell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So give them 3 on that drive. And, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Deputy! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Looking to throw. Campbell. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Come on, come on. Check. Cougar 19. Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Campbell. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah. Well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll run on first down with Wright. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. On the tackle there was DJ Turner.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19. Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 70 Lions.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Looking to throw. Logan.
Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka.
And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Pass. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ready. Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Come 19. Come 19. Hut, hut.
Off play action. Logan. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Go.
On 1st down, Lawson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Undercut. Let go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lawson. And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
54 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Hundreds of games, all this football, and it all comes down to the fourth quarter of Super Bowl 64 in just a moment. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the set.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hurt.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Trap 60.
Operating from the gun. Logan. Touchdown, Eagles. Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Let's
the
go now.
Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Raiders 31.
Something taken from me. Life's got a hungry listen to me. Can't take shelter, let me be free. Can't I take
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Johnson. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Campbell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brian Thomas, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Raiders 38.
Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a two-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
The ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lawson. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets it up past the 35. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Get up.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
Got it. Ready?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Hurt.
Looking to throw. Logan. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Get it. 70.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Bronco 80. Ready,
Back to throw. Logan looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lawson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Check. Liking 18.
Put your hands on him. Get hands
Go.
On 3rd down, Lawson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tag. Gravity Lions. Cougar 19. Out. Let go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lawson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Panther 60. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lawson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ready.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
19. 60 Eagle.
Looking to throw. Logan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Back to throw. Campbell. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the gun. Here's a give to Wright. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option. How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is caught. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here we go, set. Ready, ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Looking to throw. Campbell. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on good. When I roll 20 deep, so it's climbing in my club. Now that I roll with trade, everybody show me love. Jimmy said like the nigga, put me up. The homie ain't nothing change, roll down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting name. Watch how I move, step before I play up.
Cam Little to kick off.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready?
A give up the middle to right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw is Campbell. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Raiders 1st down.
Get it? Rig alert, rig alert. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Timberwolves. Riggs, Riggs.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's second down and 3.
Let's go. 18, Rattler. 18, Cowboy 80. Go.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Ready.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Come on. Set. Set. Ready,
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
This is first and 10.
Ready. Bronco 80. Bronco 80. Check smash. Check smash. 65 catch. 65 catch.
On the handoff, it's right.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now the biggest extra point of this man's life. And it is good, and his guys have taken the lead in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl.
Eagles 52.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 Riot, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18 Pioneer.
Back to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Set. Hey. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap 60.
He's back to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
16 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Hey, pass.
Back to throw. McDowell. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Ready.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here.
1918. Warriors 70. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Looking to throw. McDowell. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout.
18, 5 in.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Touchdown! He's in on the game's final play. No time on the clock, and they're the Super Bowl champions.
Wow!
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Philadelphia Eagles. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.
We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, and the E go to my house. same job as Dr. Seuss is. People only give to give back. That's recoupment. Always have their two hands out. Like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious, but now it's too much. I got a disease, so please let go with the clutch. You got the pedal to the metal and you're revving me up.
So slow down, I got a 2-car garage, or we can go and make sounds that...
Call you Dale, cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in the fast car.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah. It's so fucking so right. It's so right. It's so fucking it's so right.
One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel, what's for breakfast? 5 fingers, give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings on me like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. A Middle Caesars with the extra chetty. Extra style, extra flow. Trip for sale, like 5 below. Yeah, in the club now like I'm Diddy. Counting these notes like I'm Nitty. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya. Said JVP is the future. Palace backpack, Nike snapback. Break truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of motion. Headbang, whiplash, past the moat train. Sauced up, fits on 10. Yankee fitted, even in my bed. Small town boys up next to bat. JVB, make it get slapped.
It's so fucking so right. It's so right. It's so fucking so right.
Yeah, hey, down with my brothers. Brothers from another. Even if I wasn't, treat me like a cousin. I'm from California. Speak a little southern. Cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with.
Damn, talk to me wild like they ain't try to be down. Like when y'all 12, you wasn't trying to be Kyle. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gap is so big it can see my house. Then again, my view is too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget about who really do this, bruh, for real.
It's so fucking so right. It's so right.
Killer Cali, go closer. You like a lot of to the flipping in the holster like it's supposed to be closer than your chauffeur, Costa Nostra. Stick up to your nose, this rolling stone and no. Killer phone, your ill as pneumonia when we confold you with their villain's aroma, pilling out, spilling all your feelings out on the cone, they chilling out. Ice grilling my mouth, shout out to soldiers, not pulling the out to show you, but your brain's over the rover. They put a coat over the stain, cause for the day, we whipping your range for you, hitting the bank. Don't forget that the game colder than polars. California bears, take your chain off for ya, because out of all of you squares, I'ma yeah, put it in the air like the motor hit the roller.